What's good, YouTube? So welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, what I'm going to be doing is breaking down one of our option plays from over at the Discord. Right, it was an incredible move. Made a lot of money on the play. They were puts on DraftKings. I personally walked away with $1,300 in profit from this move. The team made thousands on this move as well. It was a move that generated us 100% plus in returns. Now, this wasn't the only winning play from the week, right? We made a lot of money on Micron as well, made even more money on that, like over $2,000 was made on that particular move. But this was a move that I wanna break down for you guys in this video. Reason is, I've interacted with thousands of people who are in the markets, right? Trying to make money in the markets. And what I've noticed is when it comes to options, they have no structure, no game plan when they go ahead and approach these option plays. It's more a case of, all right, I see the stock price running up, I'm going to enter into puts in the hope that it moves down. Or I see the stock price moving down, I'm going to enter into calls in hope that it moves to the upside. Or there's some catalysts that they've heard out there that they expect to push the stock price up. All right, so there's no structure at all, because what you're doing is just relying on hope. The reason why I have a really high win rate when it comes to making money on these option plays, and I make a lot of money for myself and the team over the Discord, is because I'm entering into setups that have pristine setups, guys. I'm not going to enter into anything that the setup isn't great. Okay, so that's what keeps us winning. That's what keeps us doing very well in this option market. So let's go ahead, break down DraftKings for you guys. Let me just give you a little bit of an insight into the types of things that I look out for and what went down this week over the Discord. Right, so check out DraftKings stock price. Now, right off the bat, this is where we actually entered into the options, right? This is where I sent the alert out over to the team at the Discord. But for most of you looking at the chart action right now, you're probably thinking there's nothing too special about what's going on with the DraftKings stock price. But let me break it down for you guys and show you why this was a phenomenal setup. All right, so I'm gonna put on our support and resistance lines. The resistance line is just where that stock price has come into contact, and we're seeing it not able to break above. Okay, so we've seen a lot of contact on this resistance line, and that stock price just isn't able to go ahead and break above that mark. And then we're going to go ahead equally and put in our support line here as well. Support, just a reverse, the area, the price levels where that stock price is bouncing above. It is bouncing above. We're seeing buying pressure at those types of levels. Okay, so we're seeing some good support on this channel right here. So you guys can see the setup that's formed. You got these two upward sloping converging lines. This is called a rising wedge. And when you see this chart set up out there, it could be an indication that stock price could be about to reverse and move to the downside. All right, so this is a super interesting setup, and I've been looking at this one from a few days back, so I was ready for this one, guys. I was ready for it. Couple other things, just look at the RSI as well. We can see this thing's overbought, standing at 77 at that level. Last time we saw it at the 77 mark was sometime back in 26th of June, and then you could see the price action and what followed after we saw it overbought. Okay, so that indicator is looking good as well. Things are shaping up good. And then just look at the volume as well. We can see that, yes, even though the stock price is increasing, we got decreasing volume. Volume is just your participation. You can think of it as a momentum indicator. It's looking like this potential run up might be exhausting, and then we might get that reversal to the downside, which is exactly what we want to make money on the downside through these put options. Okay, so at this point in time, things are looking good. All right, I'm about to send that alert out over to the team at the Discord. Are about to make some money. Okay, but before I go ahead and do that, I always ensure I've got profit taking levels and exit levels, right, to ensure that I've got my game plan fully mapped out. That's super important. So there's no surprises. You're ready. You know exactly what you're going to do. And again, this is what keeps my win rate high and keeps me making money, and the team over the Discord as well. So as a matter of fact, before I go ahead and talk about profit levels, one more thing. Okay, why was I excited and interested in entering in right here? okay? Reason is, if we look at the structure zone, okay, if we look at the structure zone, I'm going to backtrack. We know that this area that it's in, we've seen some support here, we've seen some resistance here, and now we're back in that channel. So this is looking like a structural resistance zone where we could see this move to the downside. Reason is, guys, just told you, we've seen some support here, we've seen some resistance here. This is looking like a level that the stock price struggles to move above, okay? We zoom out. So things are looking good. Now let's talk about our exit levels, where I was interested in taking profit, okay? This is something that you want to do anytime you enter into any type of option move. So there's going to be different levels naturally. And the first profit taking level I'm interested in is right here, around that 2020 mark, 2220 mark rather, okay? 2220 is looking like an interesting profit taking level. Got some good structure right here. And then I'm looking at this type of level here at that 2021 level. And then I'm looking down here around that 2050 level as well. So I've got my profit taking levels all mapped out now, because what's going to happen is the stock price, if it was to break through this support, it's not just going to continue falling. All right, it's going to bounce up and potentially move to the upside at some point in time. So I want to take some profit at the right price points or levels that it might go ahead and make a bounce from. So my expectation would be, all right, it would break through this support, come down into this level. I could take profit here, could exit completely, or I could hold some of my position. It might drop down to here. I could then exit some more of my position, and it might drop down to here, right? These are the levels that make sense for a potential reversal and a bounce to the upside, okay? I don't want to be caught holding any of these puts on a reversal and a bounce to the upside, all right? So you guys can see how we got our game plan fully mapped out. And obviously we got our exit zone if things didn't go our way as well, because sometimes you might get a situation where it might move against the grain for whatever reason, maybe some sort of catalyst out there in the market, some unforeseen event, and let's say this moves to the upside. Well, simply if this was just go ahead and break resistance, I'll just exit the play, okay? And then shift all of that capital into the next winning move, make that money back and more. So that's my expectation. At that point in time, everything's mapped out, sent the alert out over to the team at the Discord, told the guys I'm buying 20 contracts, and show them the chart setup as well, okay? And told them my exit price, 22.20. And then let's just go ahead and see how things actually went ahead and played out in this particular move. So we get that break of support, we get that big red candle right here. Now we haven't yet hit the first profit taking zone. We're heavily in the money right now, making some good money, but it's not yet hit that 22.20 level that I told you guys was the first profit taking zone. Now, why did I have confidence that it would still drop further and I didn't sell here? Well, guys, one, it's a big red candle. Likely when you see these massive candles after a significant break, there's got more room to the downside. We've also got some massive volume coming in as well, right? So the likelihood is the sellers are gonna still be in charge. We're gonna still see some drops to the downside. Let's see what played out. Next candle, nice red candle, moving towards our zone, all right? So we've now hit the profit taking zone. And at that point, sent the alert out over to the team of the Discord, told them, selling my position here, walked away with a $1,300 gain. Simple as that, guys. Literally in, got in, close the market one day, got out near open the next day. And now this went on to continue dropping. We saw that bounce off that zone. That was what I was expecting. And then we saw it move down to that second profit taking zone, and then eventually move down to that third profit taking zone as well. So this was a move that played out really, really well, made a lot of money on the move. And again, this is what we do every week in the markets, right? Finding these pristine setups, crisp setups in the market to make a lot of money. Now, that's not to say it's going to be easy for you guys to independently go ahead and implement all of this. I've been in the markets for a long time. I've got a lot of setups that I look for out there and different combinations, like that move on Micron that I told you guys that we made even more money on, the $2,000 $300 gain. That's a completely different setup in its own, right? So that's why the system over the Discord works so well, because they're able to get that alert in real time, the buying and the selling, and make money off the back of that while I'm finding them the great opportunities. All right, so if all of that sounds interesting to you guys and you want to join us, link is in the description below for you guys to go ahead and do so, and we'll see you guys over there. I'll catch you guys on the next one.